Today we took it to a place called Steve's Burgers. And all of this food and this cost $40. In the days of food being ridiculously overpriced, it is very hard to find a place that actually charges good prices for good food. This is a place that I've been to multiple times, but I haven't been here in over a year. This is Steve's Burgers, located in Garfield, New Jersey. It's kind of a throwback. It's really, really small on the inside. The prices are really, really low. A lot of the locals are favored and love this place, but recently somebody found something on the menu that popped off on TikTok, which I've never had because they never listed it. They only serve it at this location, and that is this one right here. So I got this Flying Dutchman burger, which was really popular because of an In-N-Out version of it, but they made their own version. Now, what it is for people who don't know, and again, this thing is floating in burger grease, so I'm trying not to spill it all over my car, is it is an onion patty with cheese and special sauce. They make their own version called Steve's sauce. Now, I'm breaking my rule of eating onions in the car just to eat this damn burger. Oh my God, that's hot. How the hell am I pick this up? It's hot. Like, it is too hot to pick up. We're gonna figure this out though, because we big back here, man. Drop a thumbs up when you guys already know the vibes. I'm already into this video, so I don't even need to stop playing it. Normal, I do that, but I'm just gonna grab this thing. It is a greasy mess. No. Damn, that's good though. If you're gonna make me break my cardinal rule of eating onions in the car, because there's 2 onion patties instead of buns, please make it this. That is flavor on flavor on flavor. The patties are seasoned like crazy. Damn, I was about to be like, man, this thing is a mess. It is a damn mess. Half the onions fell off, and I'm not even mad at that. You get a big juicy patty. The patty is seasoned like hell with the flavor from those onions, as well as the ton of cheese they give you. This is well worth the damn hype. It's a double patty. I'm gonna spill onions all over the damn car. It is hot though, man. It's greasy as hell. It's floating in grease. I don't care. That's delicious. A lot of times things get viral on the internet and I'm like, bro, this is way too much hype. This ain't hype. I would eat that again. Even though it is a big box of grease, I'm not mad at that. Even though my car won't smell like onions for 3 days and I hate that, I'm still not mad at that. I want more of this. And I'm saving that tonight. I don't think I'm gonna be able to eat after this with as many calories I just took in from this greasy ass burger. But burger should be greasy. Don't bite it again. Don't bite it again. Don't bite it again. If I tell you that I really, really like something, I'm not gonna make that up for no reason other than it's affordable, it's delicious, you can sign me up for this any day. This gets a 9.4 out of 10. It's every bit the hype that they said, man. It is delicious. Now that we got that out of the way, we can get to the regularly scheduled portion of our video. Let's start off with this patty melt. Patty melt is the most expensive thing I got in the menu. It's $11. That's by far the most expensive thing that I've gotten. But I never tried it and I wanted to try it. So if you don't know what a patty melt is, yes, it's more onions, cheese on buttered rye bread. That's all that it is, literally. But it looks really good. Again, the patty is seasoned. It's a large patty. It's not a cheap patty. I would get this and put those onions from the Flying Dutchman in here. Just more onion flavor. But if you see me eating a burger that has no mayo or any condiments on it, and I'm sitting here talking about it like this, you know it's for real. The rye bread is perfectly toasted, so the burger's holding up well. This thing is hot, man. I don't even care right now. And if I had to order this at Five Guys, it'd probably cost double the price of that. Because a Five Guys burger alone, not the patty melt or anything, there's like quadruple the amount. The other thing about this place, they don't charge you for condiments. So if you want condiments like chili and stuff like that, then it costs extra. On the hot dogs especially. No complaints about that either. It is just a good, solid burger, and thank goodness they seasoned the damn patty. It's not crazy seasoning. I'm just getting salt, pepper, and what seems like garlic powder. That's it. Doesn't have to be when they give you this much burger. As you can see, my big back self just ate a half a burger in however long this took. I prefer the Flying Dutchman because of that stronger onion flavor, but this is close. You don't need to do nothing special to be a good burger. You just need to make it fresh to order and have it seasoned. That's really it. Got one glizzy. I got chili, cheese, and kraut. Now, with their hot dogs cost $2.75, and you don't pay extra for condiments, like I said. They make all their stuff. It says it on the menu if I'm showing it in-house. And it's a Sabrett hot dog. $2.75 for a hot dog. I just paid like $6 something for a chili cheese dog at Nathan's. That definitely is a Sabrett hot dog. The bun is just your regular run-of-the-mill bun. But it's not as ass as the one from Nathan's. What you're looking for here is a little snap on a hot dog with solid toppings. The chili does taste homemade. It has that New Jersey, this is what we call them here, Texas wiener vibe. I don't taste any beans. Oh, there is beans. Not bean. Not bean. It don't matter. I'd take that whole damn hot dog. It's a solid hot dog. It's nothing to like write home about, but it's a good quality hot dog because they use Sabretts and it does taste like a Sabrett. I'm not mad at it. Even though I gotta keep wiping my hands, it is definitely worth it. I'll give that an 8 out of 10. There's two things on this. I'm gonna show you both. We'll do both at once. So you can see around the edges here is the cheesesteak. So we got a cheesesteak and what's called Steve fries. Steve's fries are cost $5.75. That's because they're loaded with toppings. So you get chili, cheese, peppers, and onions. The cheesesteak costs $10. I start with the cheesesteak. I'm gonna take out one half. Look how much freaking steak is in here. So, dang, fell on my center console. So that's one half of the cheesesteak. Peppers, onions, mushrooms on mine. Mushrooms are optional. Everything's optional. Doesn't cost extra. It looks like American cheese, which I don't mind American cheese. I don't like cheese whiz. The only thing I won't do. Let me go in a bite. I'm sorry I keep wiping my hands, but people rave about their cheesesteaks. I think their burgers are the best thing on the menu. Their cheesesteak is good. You get a ton of meat in here. It's a semolina roll, quality roll. Don't mind that. And you do get a lot of cheese, peppers, onions, mushrooms, the whole 9 yards. But the one thing that I will nitpick, and this is just a slight nitpick, I'm gonna try this one more time. They season the burger, but the cheesesteak doesn't taste like it's seasoned. My only gripe. But it makes up for it with the peppers, the onions, the mushrooms, and again, the absolute ton of cheese that's in here. And it's not dry. This is solid. And again, I just had half of a half. And this is one cheesesteak, and it cost $10. I just paid $15 for a cheesesteak at Nathan's that was ass. So it's fairly priced, and it's solid. For me, though, I would get a burger before this. This I would give a 7.5 out of 10. If I rated it against all the cheesesteaks I've ever had, it's good. But I would be lying if I said it was elite. Doesn't mean I dislike it. Doesn't mean I would never get it again. But hierarchy has to have a hierarchy for a reason. And finally, those Steve fries. Chili, cheese, peppers, and onions on a big thing of fries. It costs $5.75. I believe a regular order fries is like $3.50. I did put the menu in here so you'll know, but I don't remember off the top of my head. But ton of toppings on here. Their fries are like hand cut. They remind me of like a Five Guys or a Wingstop type of fry. Let's get the whole 9 yards with this one. Chili, cheese, peppers, onions. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really need the peppers. Not really doing anything. They are sauteed on here, but they're not adding anything. They're pretty basic chili cheese fries. Again, I haven't used ketchup or anything on this, which is a good sign. But when you're talking about mom and pop, it's rating against everything I've ever had. So let's go into this ketchup for the first time. I haven't used any ketchup so far. Now let me try this chili. The chili is homemade, it's not bad. The cheese on this is Cheese Whiz. It wasn't on the cheesesteak. I'm not the biggest fan of Cheese Whiz. I don't know why I asked for these, but these are okay. Again, serving this with a burger, it makes it 1,000 times better. So if I had a burger and fries like this, I wouldn't be mad at all. If I was there, I would have done like Five Guys and used the malt that they have on there. But these are like, even just a little bit of salt and pepper will go a long way on these, but you can put it on yourself. So I did. But again, I will say this, and I'll say this 1,000 times over. $5 for these fries for what they charge at other places when these are like the most expensive loaded fries that they have is crazy. So if I'm rating this on just flavor alone, I'd probably give these a 6 out of 10. They're good, but you can't put into account how much these cost and how effective they are, because these days fast food fries are about as expensive as that. So these are homemade fries with homemade toppings for $5. If you do want to go here, by the way, it is cash only. They have an ATM inside. They're gonna bang you with a surcharge, which I think is like $3, but just be prepared for that, because that's how they're keeping the prices down. I'm not mad at that at all. All this food to me is 100% worth the money, and they need to make more restaurants like this serving this price of food. I'm surprised it costs this little, even in 2024 where food prices out of control. Even mom and pops charge a lot more than this on the regular. The biggest claim to fame is that the Flying Dutchman burger is as good as advertised. I really like their patty melt and their burgers. That's where they really stand out. It's called Steve's Burgers. The hot dogs and the fries and everything else are like good but not great. But if you go there, I 100% advise you to get a damn burger. 100%. The cheesesteak, same thing. I just think I would rather get a burger, because their regular burgers are like $5 or $6, unless you get the specialty one, than get the cheesesteak. A lot of people worry about the cheesesteak, and that's just not me. Now I give you my random thought of the day. Does anybody that's watching this watch King of Queens when it was out? Or if you're old enough, it was a sitcom, for people who don't know, around year 2000. It started in a couple years, like the late 90s into the late 2000s. It lasted 9 seasons, which in sitcom world is actually really good. For example, Friends, which is one of the most popular sitcoms of all time, lasted 10 seasons. So I have subscriptions to all of these, like Peacock and all of those like services. It's on Peacock, and there's a trend on TikTok that's like a 90s sitcom, like making fun of how it was always like that music and kind of like the cheesy. But I grew up on those sitcoms. So one day at night, like the other day, I was like, you know what? While I'm editing, I'm like, let me put on King of Queens like it used to be. I'm on like season 6 now, bro. I've been watching the whole thing just throughout the day, and I miss sitcoms. We can never go back to sitcoms. No, I just miss them. I just want it to be known that I just spilled chili all over my damn titty. It's okay. It's okay. We're all family here. Let me wipe that off. I'm sorry. It's a real conversation, bro. It happens. Chili. Gotta go home and watch that. But I do miss like the sitcoms with like the fake laugh and like the situations that, they're like, they used to try to get you a message sometimes, and they make you laugh, and sometimes something sad will happen to make you cry. And there's always like a house and the kids and the wife. And the King of Queens was different in this sense. There was a married couple that they didn't have any kids, but the wife's dad lived in the basement. So they didn't have any kids, but they had an old man as a kid who was played by Jerry Stiller, rest in peace. Guy was funny as hell, but I forgot how funny that show was, and that was a show I used to watch all the time. There were some other great sitcoms back in the 90s, man. Family Matters is something I watched as a kid. Martin I used to watch as a kid. There was a show called Living Single, which came on after Martin I used to watch. I don't want to forget any, bro, but there were so many that were so much like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, obviously. I don't want to start, you get the point, but I just missed the sitcoms, bro. I'm just thinking about that. I'm gonna go finish watching King of Queens when I edit this later, but I gotta go back to the gym. I worked everybody else out but myself. So at 7:30 p.m. on the way back, get my little workout in after I did damn burger. Just remember, even though you see me eating this, I'm not eating all of this. I saved half and half, which I'll give away. I'll give away as much as I can. But I'm not eating all of this. I get asked all the time. I don't know how many times I can say it. I do appreciate there's new people here, and that's not a complaint. I'm just trying. Some people say make like an FAQ video. Maybe I'll do that one of these days. I'm very strange about this whole thing, and I don't like want to make this video that's like, oh, I don't have time to answer you, so here's a reference video because I think I'm hot like, I don't like all that. I don't like all, you know what I'm saying? But I do understand that I don't see every time and whatever, but outer monologue. Anyway, Steve's Burgers is delicious. I love these mom and pops. I want to start adding more mom and pops back in as we do this. So I do have a list of those too, but I appreciate y'all. I love y'all, and be back tomorrow. More content, man. The hand signs, they made it to YouTube.